Okay, so as you might know, I've been binge watching Dream Team for the last 2 weeks whenever this lockdown happened. What is it? Just under 2 weeks now. As you can see on screen with me, is Colm Buig, one of the veterans, one of the people who watched Dream Team back in the day. Colm, you're very welcome. How are things?
Not too bad at all on yourself.
I'm good.
Are you better now for Dream Team being in your life?
See, this is the thing. I'm not quite sure why I've done this, why I've decided to do this to myself. I've quickly realised that this is a nostalgia trip for people like you to say, yeah, get on the Dream Team bandwagon because it was such a good television show.
Well, we know how this conversation started between you and I was because you tweeted about you doing it. And then I commented, like many others, on your first article. And then Neil Tracy of Off the Ball also got involved. And Neil and I had a healthy disagreement about the prowess of Harchester United's greatest player of all time.
Oof.
And lo and behold, here we are talking about one of the great TV series in our lifetime. And I was actually, the only thing in this whole process that has shocked me, and I do say shock, is that you hadn't watched Dream Team. I would have had you down Dream Team all day long. I'm shocked.
I am familiar with a lot of the characters. Like Karl Fletcher is a household name in UK television. I think that much.
172 Premiership goals.
Is that how many he scored?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he hasn't scored many now in my season, I'll tell you that. Karl Fletcher has disappointed me hugely. Currently, he is serving a drugs ban. So I'm highly disappointed in Karl Fletcher. He has slept with the chairman's widow. He has slept with her daughter. He has slept with Lucy, who is the ex-girlfriend of Dean Hocknell. He's just interested in getting around. He's a bit of a man about town, sees himself as a bit of a ladies' man. Now he's into cocaine. Doesn't strike me as a guy who's going to score 172 Premier League goals, Colm.
Listen, the Athletic article on him is going to be unbelievable. You know, the difference between him on the pitch and off the pitch. Now, he's a fascinating character. Like, we were watching, like, Diego Maradona there over the weekend as Eve Capadia. Like, the Karl Fletcher documentary is going to be outrageous. Because, like, you're just doing, like, you're tipping the iceberg because I realise where you are in the series. And I watched the whole thing at the time, but haven't seen it since. And this has been 15 years. And I can still remember all the stuff that he's about to do that you haven't seen yet.
So what sort of footballer does he become?
Just as a player?
Yeah, just as a player.
Oh, like, the ultimate number 9. This is where the Neil Tracy argument came in, because Neil Tracy said, he was actually number 11. Well, I don't care what shirt number he wore. He was number 9 in his head, and he was number 9 in the goals, 172 of them. For a middling club like Harchester United, they were never contending for the league title. They were never going to be Premier League winners. So to do that, you know, he's up there with the likes of Shearer Henry for me as one of the true Premier League greats. And like his ability to hold up the ball, so they showed me in the clips, second to none. Second to none. Just a really, really fine footballer. A reprehensible character? Who knows?
Okay. And I dare say, when you say who knows, you know very well whether or not he's a reprehensible character.
I mean, the charisma drips off him, so you just can't look away. Like, and you're a bit like, you kind of question it. I mean, should I really love this guy? Should I have all these posters of him on my bedroom wall, considering I know what he's done? And you've only tipped in it.
Is it true that people would have had Dream Team posters up on their wall?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, there was, though. I mean, I presume you know this, right? But there was, for a time, Harchester United replica jerseys on sale in genuine sports shops in Ireland.
I can remember that.
I remember Cummins Sports in Cork. They sold a rake of the Harchester jerseys. The shiny Lecoq Sportif one, the turn of the century, was probably the peak of the series' popularity. And like, people used to wear that jersey. People used to buy that jersey. And people used to get Fletcher on the back of the jersey. And I was texting people about this the other day. And like, really respectable, like, reserved people telling me like, I got a Harchester jersey. Like, and no emojis in the text at all, just full stop. Yeah, I got a Harchester jersey. Like, I never did.
But it's a horrible jersey.
Huh?
It's a horrible jersey, isn't it?
No, it's terrible. I mean, the balls that they had to have purple as their home kit. Who's purple? Nobody's purple, are they?
I presumed that it was just a bit of an ease of access, wasn't it? That they're not going to be playing Fiorentina because they're in the Premier League, so they're fine. That being said, like, I mean, they went orange for their away kit, which was going to be tricky when Blackpool got promoted. Still, they obviously picked two colours that they could change, and no matter what the opposition was, they could still be Harchester United, which is, I presume, why they did it. So getting back to Karl Fletcher, I'm just interested in him because I presume you can give us this spoiler. Is he going to be in your top 10 players? Because you are writing an article right now on the top 10 Harchester United players of all time.
That's right. He's not just going to be in the top 10 list, he's going to be prominent. But I don't want to give anything away, even though I literally just have, in that I could write why Karl Fletcher is the greatest Harchester United footballer of all time, and that could be a piece. But I don't want to let down his teammates because it's a team game, despite what Karl Fletcher would say. He needs those teammates. He needs those other 9 folk.
So right now, where I'm at, they're currently basement dwellers. They're fighting for survival. They've got, as I said, Dean Hocknell back on loan. He was on loan in Italy. Does he, like, I'm not sure, is somebody who lasts around. You don't even need to give me a spoiler on that one. But they've also signed Dean Sturridge from Derby County. Obviously, real life footballer. Does this happen a lot where they sign real life footballers? Because like Ron Atkinson has obviously started the season off as manager, season 1 off as Harchester United manager. So they're doing it with certain members anyway. But I didn't know they were going to do it with players until they signed Dean Sturridge.
Dream Team doesn't allow you to rest on your laurels. I mean, you're watching, you're going episode by episode. And I remember later on in the series, a few series time after that, just watching in a way, 5 or 6 episodes in, I kind of think I know everything about this series. And then just Mario Melchiot pops up out of nowhere. And he's in negotiations with the Harchester United chief executive for about a half an episode. It keeps going back to the bar where the two of them are talking. Ultimately, we don't sign Mario. He stays at Chelsea. But, you know, to even be in for those type of players is a testament to how Harchester were progressing. Yeah, so Dean Sturridge is like a central character in like a transfer deadline day story. And I'm like, oh, cool. You know, one sort of episode there that's kind of cool that they get a real player in there. And then the transfer is successful. I'm like, has your agent, and I mean your real life acting agent in the real world, Dean, realised that you actually get signed for Harchester United Football Club and that you actually have to show up and play for this fictitious football team? I do wonder if that happened, or he just showed up to, you know, the audition and got the part and was like, oh God, I'm actually a player now and I'm stuck in this fantasy world. I think his agent was saying, look, this series is taking the country and Ireland by storm, so you need to get in on this. Like, he was ahead of his time. Like, I mean, I would love if this series is on. You know, it was perfect for its time. Absolutely. Just one last thing on the cameos from season 1. The Christmas party, about 20 episodes in. Des is up at the open stage, Des Baker, and he's like making jokes about Chelsea because of whatever, Harchester are Chelsea's rivals or whatever, and he's like, yeah, screw Chelsea. And then the chairman's daughter, Georgina, brings Dennis Wise along as her date, and Dennis Wise is along, and her dad goes crazy at her, and he's like, you've ruined our Christmas, how dare you, you made a fool of me, you made a fool of the club. And then Dennis Wise is like, can everybody just calm down a bit? It was fantastic. He's really good. So I really enjoyed the Dennis Wise cameo. So it is without question between Ron Atkinson bizarrely, you know, shouting at the chairman at the start saying, I need more money, Dennis Wise showing up at the Christmas party, to Dean Sturridge getting signed in real life. A lot has happened in season 1, and I'm happy with my cameo lot so far. Oh yeah, that was at a time when Vinnie Jones was in Lock, Stock and Snatch, wasn't it? So Dennis Wise probably thought, I'll have a bit of this. He needs to get on the gravy train. Yeah. You're reminding me of all these players, these real life players, because I was so caught up with Harchester players and all of this. But I'm looking forward to going through the rest of the list as well, because there's some great players. I mean, like if you see this through, Owen, if you go through the whole thing, you're going to be coming across some amazing characters later on. Like Luke Davenport springs to mind instantly. Tell me about Luke Davenport. Luke Davenport, superstar striker, a playboy, like real model good looks, signed from Barcelona, Birmingham born. This guy had it all. Started off at Man United. Barcelona came in and took him for £20 million. £20 million at a time when that really was something. And then Harchester, under the guidance of P.R. Hernandez, the chief executive, she thought, we need to make a statement here, a statement signing. So they went for Luke Davenport from Barcelona for €40 million. €40 million back in the early 2000s. They're like, PR, are you crazy? Shouting down the TV at her, like, this is irresponsible. You can't do this. But lo and behold, Luke signs, scores, I'd say, honestly, the way they edited, about 15 goals in his first 2 games. It was literally every chance he got, he scored. But something terrible happened with Luke.
Okay, I do know somebody dies in a helicopter crash and somebody gets assassinated in the dressing room. Like, you can't escape those 2 spoilers down to the years. You don't need to tell me which one is which. Sorry, so what year in real life does Luke Davenport get signed from Barcelona?
In real life from Barcelona, I'd say you're talking 2003, 4?
2003, so 13 years between him, Luke Davenport, and Richarlison getting signed for the same amount of money. So you're saying this guy is 13 years better than him. I don't know how to put that maths into it, but that same price tag 13 years previous means you're probably twice the player that player is, or perhaps 3 times the player. Like, we're talking about 120 million fee in today's money that's 40 back then. This guy must be amazing.
He had it all. His touch was unbelievable. He had pace, he was tall, he was strong. He did a great trick in the car park where he volleyed the football into his convertible with the roof down, obviously. Impressed everyone. But look, everything was going spiffingly well for Luke. And then a challenge with John Terry. It's changed everything. It's changed everything. And you're probably thinking, broken leg, could never recover from it. I'm afraid not. It's worse than that. I can only imagine if Twitter was around at the time. I wish Twitter was around during Dream Team, because this stuff would have been trending.
Yeah.
The demise of Luke Davenport that's another article. What a player, though. I honestly scored about 15 goals in his first 2 games. Just couldn't miss. Guy couldn't miss. And unfortunately, he only has his fleeting memories because of what happened. It's sad.
We've got all the time in the world, so we're going to have to do more of these conversations the more I learn. And I've really enjoyed learning about Luke Davenport. Is there anything else people should be looking out for? Your article is going live on offtheball.com at some point today.
Yeah. At some point today, we're gonna go through the top 10 players of all time. I know there's already a lot of Harchester fans out there, and subsequently Dream Team fans. So they'll no doubt comment on my top 10 and say who should have been in instead. So we can look out for that. We're going to go through the rest of the players in that list, what they really brought to the club. But there's so much more to it than that. It's really, the football is an aside. Dream Team just takes you on a journey. And we're already on that journey. I'm glad you're on it.
It feels good. If anybody wants to join me, just feel free to get on. There's some episodes of season 1 on YouTube, but really it's DT Diehard is the website you want to go to if you want to check out. Phenomenal. If you want to check out the
website.
The best selection of season 1 and season 2 episodes. I am almost finished season 1, so it's not too late for you to get on the bandwagon. Season 3, really, I feel, Colm, is where we're going to hit the stride, because it seems that all the episodes from that point on are available somewhere on the internet.